Oh shit, I know about that now. I can. Right. It's been like 8 fucking days since I've streamed on. Jeez, that's loud. Where was it at? Flying cars, fucking yes.
No, fuck. Whatever.
None of these fucking flue flames.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Why the fuck is I giving the 50-year-old scientists, man? Get the fuck with your coffin dodging scientists. Fuck me, we'll cancel guy in fucking 10 here. Like, you hire your leaders, you want to go for the youngest one, don't you? Because they're going to live longer.
Fuck,
But
America
no,
done the exact fucking opposite of that, man. America's got a
Everybody
fucking
grab a
president that's like
broom
90
and
odd
we
year old.
shall get started.
And these can't find them. These are tricky. Fuck off, man.
Mr. Clopton, your attention, please.
Sorry, Madam Kagawa.
I don't want to fucking
Everyone,
know, fuck off.
please welcome a new student to our flying class.
Welcome.
Hello. The goal of today is to remind all of you how to maneuver on a broomstick safely.
Strengthen alliances,
As broom flight
man.
is, first and foremost, a means of transportation. This, I fear, some of you have forgotten. Diving, rolling, and loop-the-loops will not be taught or in fact tolerated in this class. We'll leave that to professional Quidditch players, like the Toyohashi Tengu. Not a fan, I take it? Now, let's see how well everyone kept up with their practice over the summer holidays. For those who need a refresher, step up to your broom, say up firmly and clearly, then kick your leg over and rest your weight on the seat. Up! Thank you.
Why is it all the peaceful guys
Now,
are fucking
Your turn.
Up,
Up.
up, you stupid ratty
weak as
schoolroom.
fuck, man, and all the fucking psychopaths that like conquer the
Up.
galaxy are strong as fuck, man. Are you fucking serious?
One leg over, so there's a leg on each
These
side.
guys are equivalent.
None of that side saddle nonsense.
Peaceful
A
guys
gust
just
of
don't
wind
wanna
will
fight.
throw you right off.
Just have a fucking-
And if you hear my whistle while you're in flight, ground yourself at once.
guarantee independence with these guys. Oh, fuck off, that'll cost me an arm and a leg.
Good. Now, for your first lesson, fly through each ring in the courtyard. Do
This game's
take
still got
care.
fucking
The brooms are
This'll take
spool
some getting
FPS
used to.
issues.
I want them returned in one piece.
I think I'm getting the hang of this.
That fucking wee Star Nation
Well
of
done.
fucking
Now that
keep
you're
declining
acclimatized to your broom,
everything failing.
let's see how well you manage with
for
a more
secret
advanced
field
exercise, shall we?
I'm not gonna fucking help you, by the way.
This next set of rings will take you around the grounds for more of a challenge.
What a view!
Hello. Nice day for a flight.
Fuck you, Clock, and you be dead.
They did. Did anyone else see that?
Ah, the old boathouse. Wish you could have experienced crossing the lake as a first year.
Another scientist. Dude.
I wonder how they're gonna do Hogwarts like I do. Kinda like to come in as like a first year in this game.
Gryffindor.
Whoa, our aquatic resident likes to make an appearance once in a while.
Brilliant.
Oh, well done! Have a moment?
Never realised how long that took.
I say, I watched you fly through those rings. You seem to handle yourself on that dusty school broom well enough. I'd imagine you're ready for something a bit more challenging. But I'm getting ahead of myself. We haven't properly met. I'm Everett Clopton. Am I right in suspecting that a Gryffindor like you might be interested in a high-flying adventure?
No.
Always seems strict. I would.
The tour is about to
Oh,
begin.
fuck off, I don't know what I can.
Follow closely now. Right now, we're flying over the Transfiguration Courtyard. Lovely. Let's hope the headmaster isn't having tea by the window today. Nice to get above it all, isn't it? Ahead of the gardens, the Hufflepuff common room windows just peek out. Bit claustrophobic for my taste.
How is Everett flying so quickly?
Here's something handy to know. Lean forward for a burst of speed. Helpful if you need to escape a tricky situation.
Now that's more like it.
You sure you're not part hippogriff? There's the famous bridge. Think of all the magic holding it up. I mean, look at it. And the owlery. That's a bit of solid architecture, isn't it?
Flying tips and a jaunt around Hogwarts. This is quite the tour, Everett.
That's Kagawa's whistle. This concludes our tour. Best hurry back. Looks like she's already dismissed class. Better hurry and hand in our brooms.
And where have you two been?
Oh, hello, Professor. We were trying to get a bit of extra practice in.
Hefty points will be taken from each of you for not following my instructions. Mr. Clopton, I'm disappointed in you. You're in this class because you're still not showing yourself, or frankly, your broom the proper respect.
But, Professor...
Enough. Class is finished for the day. As for you, you do well to use better judgment in the future. Chin up. That was some rather good flying.
Sorry about that business with Kagawa, but you have to admit, those views were worth it.
It was worth losing a few house points for that detour.
You seem at home on a broom. Bet if you had a fancy model, you could fly laps around Imelda. She's Kagawa's favorite. I could show her a thing or two if I had my own broom. Hate having to return the school broom after
Fucking
class.
sacrifice.
Perhaps
people
I'll have to
for one.
purchase a broom then.
If you can, you
Because
should.
I'm a spiritual
Wish
race.
I could. I recommend
So I
visiting
can
Albie
just-
Weeks at Spintwitches in Hogsmeade. He's always looking to test new models.
Sacrifice every cunt one.
I'll keep an eye out for you in the sky.
Sacrifice people for fucking buffs.
Incendio.
Nah, I'm quite a peaceful. I'm a peaceful fucking race, but I've got a secret death cult. Like, I'm friendly
Was
with
that
other
intentional?
races, but I've got a secret death cult.
Miles told me everything I needed to know about Hogwarts.
I've not forgotten about our library venture. How did you fare? If you're keen for some illicit spell practice, meet me outside the Defense Against the Dark.
Revelio.
I know a discreet place near there.
Oh, but I've got another one.
Good day to you. I require assistance with a delivery and thought you might be interested. Please visit me at J. Pippin's Potions if you'd like to earn a few coins.
Please meet me in the 7th floor corridor as soon as you can. I have an idea for somewhere you can focus on your studies, away from prying eyes and distractions.
Go for the room requirements first.
What are you up to
And
now?
then the werewolves join the goblins.
Leviosa. Professor Weasley? Somewhere away from prying eyes.
Forgive me, the headmaster stopped me and I... Merlin's beard. I see you've wasted no time. Well done. Shall we?
After you, Professor. What is this place?
This is the Room of Requirement. It only appears when one is in real need of it. Ordinarily, a student might stumble upon this room entirely by accident. If ever. I'd only planned to suggest to you how to find it by walking past that bit of wall, focusing on what you need. But you've managed to reveal the room on your own. While I'm here, we should take advantage of the moment. Now, where is Deke? He must have sneaked past and gone ahead.
Deke, Professor?
The house elf I was speaking to in my classroom your first day. Thought he might help you use the room once you've found it. There's no chance I'm clambering over this mess. This presents the perfect opportunity to teach you Evanesco, the vanishing spell. You can cast Evanesco to vanish certain objects, such as these chairs and other things here in the room. I suggest you practice the wand movements first, then you can clear the chairs away. Splendid. Now, cast Evanesco on those... Excellent work. You'll note that you are now in possession of Moonstone. We shall discuss its uses later. Let's move on. Where in Merlin's name is that elf? goodness. My old school bag. I wondered where that had got to. I can't believe it's still here. I'll just take a quick look at this. Give you an opportunity to explore on your own until we locate Deke.
Yes, Professor.
Dear me. Can't you keep it down?
Potato. Hope this isn't as precarious as it looks.
Intruder! Stop them! No, not. That's not helpful, you worthless pile of tin.
How does anyone other than a house elf manage to get around in here? What was that? Was that a golden snitch?
Oh, we should catch up.
Perhaps you should summon your wits and find out.
I got a legendary item.
I hope that house elf can find us in here.
Yikes! Careful!
Huh? Oh, there you are. Wait right there. Deke will come to you. Hello.
Ah, Deke, we've been looking for you.
Apologies, Professor Weasley. Deke was looking through some of what's appeared in the room since Deke was last here. Is this the student?
Indeed it is.
Deke is honored to meet you.
Deke has been a friend since I was a second year. We discovered this room together. I mentioned you to Deke. We believe that you might be able to benefit from this room like I did. Deke, would you be so kind?
Of course, Professor Weasley. The Room of Requirement will always be equipped for the Seeker's needs. It's unplottable, so won't appear on any map. Most happen upon it by accident, if ever. Deke's seen students in need of an extra file for potions stumble upon the room filled with them. You seem to have accessed it in its form as the Room of Hidden Things.
I was thinking about needing a place away from prying eyes. Brilliant.
Oh, that explains it then.
What I need specifically is a place where I can catch up on my schoolwork without distraction.
Well then, the room can provide you with precisely that. Now, it's time to focus on what you need. Just close your eyes. Imagine the room precisely as you need it. The room will do the rest.
You've given yourself quite a canvas to work with. I look forward to seeing what you do with the space. Ah, and it seems the room has provided you with a desk of description. Excellent. It can identify unfamiliar items of clothing. One should always understand the effects of anything in which one is clothed. You'll find plenty of items of clothing that need to be identified. The desk will be an invaluable resource.
I imagine the desk of description will come in handy.
It will. I hope you'll take advantage of it. Now, I'll give you a brief lesson in conjuring. The room might not provide everything you need on its own.
Conjuring?
Yes, the magic of creating or conjuring objects. I'll teach you. Very good. When conjuring more complex objects, you'll need what's called a spellcraft. Spellcrafts are like recipes. They list the ingredients or resources needed to conjure a particular object. You should have acquired some for a potion station and potting table from tomes and scrolls in Hogsmeade.
I did. Where can I find the resources I need?
While resources such as Moonstone can be obtained throughout the Highlands, it's much safer and easier to purchase them. They can also be collected by vanishing objects in the room, such as the chairs you vanished earlier. In fact, you should have enough resources for now.
I see. Can I regain resources by vanishing something I've already conjured?
You can indeed. Quite perceptive. Why don't you give it a try? Go ahead and conjure the potion station and potting table. You should find both familiar, since they'll resemble the ones you've already used to study magical plants and brew potions in class.
Right, we're gonna find the way to go for us.
Well done. You can use these whenever you need to brew potions or grow plants. Presuming, of course, you've collected any seeds or potion ingredients you need in Hogsmeade or outside the castle grounds. Deek will be here to answer any questions you may have. Do not underestimate his insights.
I will be sure to speak with Deek if I need anything. Thank you.
Good luck. I shall linger a bit longer in case you'd like to learn another transfiguration spell for use in the room.
I'm ready for the next lesson, Professor.
Very well. First, you'll need to gather some Moonstone. You can acquire it by vanishing items here in the Room of Requirement, or you can gather it carefully outside of the Hogwarts grounds. Return to me once you've gathered enough, and we shall begin the lesson.
Everyone. Fuck now.
I have the Moonstone you requested, Professor.
Good. Then we may begin your lesson. You can conjure more than potions and herbology tables. Conjuration can be used to decorate this space to your liking. Why don't you try it on the walls and floor?
Well, I'm caring so much about where the fuck shit goes, I'm going to remove it anyway.
I'm trying to get ready. I've got a war room in mind.
Kill every cunt.
I'm not actually raiding.
Professor, I have some questions about conjuration.
Yes?
Actually, I don't think I have any
Wait,
questions.
I'll do 5
I'm
out of
here
5.
if you do.
Last into one wall, fuck.
Good work. Shall we move on?
I've conjured everything I can. What's next, Professor?
I think you're ready to take on alteration. The
Nah,
altering
don't
spell
talk.
will allow you to customize any conjured item. You can change the colors, patterns, and styles of your furniture to suit your taste. Let's get started, shall we? Watch closely as I demonstrate how to perform the altering spell. Just aim your wand at any item and perform the altering to customize it. Nicely done. Now you're ready for something a little more advanced. You can use the altering spell directly on the room's architecture. Try these new designs on the floor or balcony. Your space might benefit from a bit of ambiance, don't you think? Deke, would you mind?
Of course, Professor Weasley. Professor Weasley.
Professor Weasley said I should ask you about changing the room's ambience.
Of course. What sort of overall look most appeals to you?
Don't even fucking know,
I'd like
man.
the room to feel natural and earthy, as though I'm outdoors.
Oh, sounds perfect.
Quite a difference. Of course, you needn't keep this style if you don't like it. You can always ask Deke to change it back. Now you have learnt a good bit about alteration.
Thank you, Professor. The room is full of possibilities.
Indeed. No matter how much time I spend here, the room always manages to surprise me. an even bigger space.
How did that happen?
The room equips itself to your needs. It must have sensed that you needed more space to practice spellcasting. If you'd like to customize the space further, you can use these spellcrafts. You'll find more of them both inside and outside the school.
Thank you, Professor. I shall keep an eye out.
Good. I'll leave you to it. This is your space now. Use it wisely.
Right, what did I use? Ah, fuck. That one's still the best. Well, that'll do. No, yeah, that's everything. Oh, there's no fucking everything. There we go. Oh, fuck are they ones? happening
I'd
deep,
like to ask
man.
you about changing the room's ambience.
Of course. What sort of overall look most appeals to you?
Actually, perhaps another time.
I can finally go and purchase my own broom and all.
Hmm?
I can finally go and purchase my own broom on this save. Maybe I'll run in places.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
Over here.
Sebastian, it's been a while.
It has. Glad you received my owl. I have something to show you.
First, let me thank you for what you did in the library.
Of course. Scribner tried to give me detention, but I have ways out of these things.
Well, you took the fall for me, and that counts for something.
Did you find what you were looking for?
I did, but something was missing. I'm not sure here is the best place to discuss it.
Understood. We can talk more in a moment, in the Undercroft. Not even the professors know about this place. This way. There's a secret passage just here.
It's well disguised. How did you find this place?
My friend, Ominous Gaunt. He named it the Undercroft. We used to play gobstones here all the time. With my sister, Anne. She loved that infernal game. What I wouldn't give to lose to her again. I should tell you, I swore to Ominous I would safeguard this place. So please, keep this between us. He never confides in anyone. But he's trusted me since the day we met. I wouldn't want to jeopardize that. We used to sneak in here almost daily. We've never been caught.
I think I've seen Ominous in potions. Or was it herbology?
He does. No idea how, though. Ominous was born blind, and no spell could reverse it. His wand seems almost sentient. Not surprising, I suppose. Ollivander always says, the wand chooses the wizard.
Is that how he found this place?
No, someone in his family knew about it. The Gaunts are full of secrets. I've never heard anyone else speak of it, and I've certainly never seen anyone else here. Again, mention this to no one, especially Ominous. He has no love lost for his family or their secrets, but this place is special to him.
Understood. But why does Ominous have no love lost for his family?
His father's family are direct descendants of Salazar Slytherin, one of the 4 founders of Hogwarts. Obsessed with blood status, most of them. Ominous cannot abide them, as he'll be the first to tell you. Anyway, the Undercroft has been a perfect place to sneak off to, away from prying eyes, and even practice otherwise forbidden spells.
Really? Like what?
Like the blasting curse. Professors say it's not an appropriate spell to teach students.
A proper magical education ought to include all magic.
My thoughts exactly. A spell like Confringo is only truly dangerous in untrained hands. Such spells should be properly taught, not banned. To be fair, I'm admittedly partial to more fiery forms of magic. But you should learn it. I can teach it to you safely here. It may take a while to get the feel for it. Mimic my wand movement. The incantation is Confringo.
Very well.
Yes. They won't start any wars on me now. They won't start any wars on me.
You're getting it. Ready to actually try it out?
They won't start any
Stick to
wars
the
on
targets,
me.
though. Best to keep the Undercroft intact.
Everything's country about Star Wars on me.
Confringo!
Have a go at those
Start
candelabras.
killing every cunt, man.
Both have their uses. Nice
I've
work.
already done a game
That's
where I
it.
kill every cunt,
I think I've
which
got
was
it.
rather easy.
Well done.
I'm now doing a game where I'm gonna manipulate everybody. I'm gonna form the Imperial and then defeat the Crisis. And then instead of giving up my power, I'm gonna keep my power. And
I
start
have
a
to
civil
say,
war.
I enjoyed that.
The first time Ominous and I practiced Confringo, we singed our eyebrows.
I would have paid to see that.
I swore we'd never live it down. So this day,
Like my last game, I
something
never
about
built
that
any
spell that's
alliances. The
addictive.
one I won, I just became the Crisis. Got the end game, just started blowing up systems. Like whole systems, annihilating everything. And
This is
then
exactly the type of magic I've been hoping to learn.
I won
There's
the
more
game.
where
I
that
kill
came
everybody
from.
in one.
Been practicing similar spells here for ages. Although, I didn't tell Anne and Ominous about every one. Haven't been here in some time. It's not the same without Anne.
I'm sorry about your sister. If there's anything I can do...
Perhaps when I next head to Feldcroft, you could come along. Meet Anne. She could use some cheering up.
Just let me know when, and I'll meet you.
Oh, she misses Hogwarts. She's been stuck at home with our guardian, Uncle Solomon. Unfortunately, you'll have to meet him too. Well, meeting a new student will be precisely what she needs.
I shall look forward to it.
Cheers. By the way, what was it you couldn't discuss out in the hall earlier?
I'm not sure where to start.
You said something was missing from what you found in the library. Might it have something to do with Victor Rookwood? He didn't mistake you for someone else at all in Hogsmeade, did he?
Nothing gets past you. I'll tell you what I can. Rookwood and Ranrock are trying to recover something they think I took from a vault in Gringotts.
Gringotts?
Ready for a war,
When were
you
you there?
Professor Fig and I
Fucking
wound up
mad
there after the
bastards, they
dragon
want to
attack.
start wars and shit.
There was this port key.
A port key? To Gringotts?
Well, it's all a bit convoluted.
I'm listening.
I'm not gonna lie, I like a war, but
You must promise to keep this between us.
I
I'm
trusted
about
you
that.
with knowledge of the secret Undercroft. You can trust me.
All right. I can see traces of ancient magic.
Ancient magic? I don't know what I was expecting you to say, but it wasn't that. What does that even mean?
Honestly, I'm not entirely certain. All I know is that I can see whispers of an old magic that hardly anyone else can. Fig and I think that Ranrock has somehow found a way to harness that magic's power.
Are you telling me that goblins may be wielding some sort of wizard magic?
That's what we're trying to find out.
And this ability of yours, does it allow you to wield this magic too?
I don't know.
Well, when you do know, tell me. I've been studying archaic forms of
I
magic
love
for
when people
ages.
say fucking
Perhaps we can
Elden
help
Ring
each
is
other.
harder than like
In the
Sekiro
meantime,
and stuff.
with
Man.
both Rookwood and Ranrock after you, I suspect a bit more time practicing
Seen
the
some
blasting
cunt say
curse is in
fucking
order. Spend as much
Sekiro,
time here as you'd like.
Elden Ring is harder than
And remember,
Sekiro. Sekiro has
keep
different
this
controls.
place
It's like
between
no,
us.
Sekiro is just fucking harder.
When I head to
No, the
Feldcroft,
controls.
I'll send you an owl.
Sekiro is fucking brutal, man. Once you learn it and stuff, it gets a lot easier, but actually learning that game is fucked.
I may have just fucked myself.
Hello, Sebastian. Wait. You there? I can hear you.
Oh, hello. Ominous, isn't it? I believe we have potions together. And herbology?
I recognize that voice. Heard you talking to Gareth Weasley in potions
I
class.
forgot that would have a
You're the new
powerful
fifth
fucking
year.
ancient
Did you just come from the
warbeast man, and I
Undercroft?
went and attacked it with
How
my
did you
fleet.
get in there?
Just fucking went and annihilated half of my fleet, man. I had to
Actually,
force them to retreat.
Sebastian brought me there. But he made it perfectly clear to keep quiet about it.
That rat! You breathe a word about this place to anyone, and not even your precious Professor Fig will be able to help you. My father is friends with the headmaster, and I'm not afraid to exploit that connection if I need to.
And this annoys the fuck out of me, man.
Trust me, Ominous. I won't say a word.
Why should I trust you? You just betrayed Sebastian.
Please, I was trying to defend him. He was clear that this was a secret place and I was to tell no one. He's a good friend.
I don't need you to tell me about my oldest friend. Thank you very much.
Ominous, I just meant...
I know what you meant. Sebastian gets himself in enough trouble. He doesn't need your help. Sebastian is going to get an earful about this.
Ominous is just a massive fucking Karen, man. Good bench shot. No, wait. This one. I'll get my own broom.
Hogsmeade, here I come.
Ah, new face. Wonderful.
Revelio. Hello, Mr. Weeks, is it?
Albie Weeks at your service. Welcome to Spintwitches. Apologies if you came by before and weren't able to come in. Shop's been closed since trade routes were disrupted. Had to travel as far as London to meet with my supplier. And I've only just returned, thankfully with inventory. I presume you're in the market for a new broom? Got a few rare yew-weavers available. Ember Dash, Silver Arrows. Wind-wisps too. No matter what broom you choose, you'll be pleased. They're all exceptional, both in quality and performance.
Sounds quite the array of brooms. I'll have a look around, thank you.
I would like to teach you Wingardium Leviosa. It can be used to levitate objects for a short time. Once you've completed a few prerequisite tasks, do see me after class.
That item is of the highest quality. Thanks for stopping by. Whilst nearly any broom will certainly be a step up from the practice brooms in Kagawa's class, they all have their limitations. You seem to be a flyer who might be interested in, say, some enhancements?
Go on.
Ha! Knew I was right about you. I think you'll be quite happy with the performance of any broom at lower altitudes. But you may notice that speed consistency tends to falter as you rise. I believe I can remedy this issue. I have some ideas for enchantments, upgrades, if you will, that will improve the performance of any broom you fly. What I need is someone to conduct a broom flight and report back to me so I can perfect the upgrades. As it happens, another Hogwarts student, Imelda Reyes, is using abandoned broom courses for time trials. Clever girl. An ideal situation for collecting flight statistics. If you were to compete for the best time and succeed, then report back to me with how your broom behaved, I could complete work on my first upgrade. What say?
That sounds intriguing. I'll see what I can do.
Thank you. It'll be worth your while. If I'm right, the new upgrade ought to enhance brooms in every regard. And I can give you a special price. The time trial should be a bit of fun too. Go to the Quidditch pitch and Imelda Reyes will sort you out. Once you've beaten Imelda's time, be sure to let me know.
Right, what's the next story quest? I'm on him to play Sons of the Forest, man.
Infrared journey, I would.
I was hoping to see you.
You're back.
Finally. Minister Spavin talks more than he listens. Ranted on and on about rogue dragons. Wouldn't listen to a word about goblins. Speaking of which...
Listen, Professor. So much happened while you were away. Nearly Headless Nick asked me to get some rotten roast beef from the kitchens.
Rotten roast beef?
Yes, well, I thought it was odd too. But then we took the roast beef to Sir Podmore of the Headless Hunt.
You met the Headless Hunt? That must have been interesting, to say the...
Yes, and then I had to find Richard Jackdaw's head in the pumpkin so that he'd tell me how he died.
Who on earth is Richard Jackdaw?
He was a student here long ago. Anyway, he told me about a secret cavern. I went there, and right next to Jackdaw's skeleton, I found the missing pages.
You found the pages?
I did. And because Jackdaw had followed the map they contained, when I found the pages, I found the location on the map. Believe it or not, it's a room below Hogwarts.
Why am I not surprised? Shall we?
I was hoping you'd say that. Oh, and we'll need to bring the book. The room is called the Map Chamber, by the way, and a portrait of Percival Rackham awaits us there.
Professor Rackham.
Oh, I've got that
I look
chest.
forward to meeting him. How did this Jackdaw get the pages from the book?
Evidently, Peeves stole them, and Jackdaw stole them from him.
What was that, man?
Peeves.
Oh, I went in this book to get a chest, but I don't think I got it.
Confringo!
To think it was beneath us all this time. This looks promising.
I got the castle in my ass now. We're usually getting smashed in a war. Not my problem.
A map. There's Hogsmeade. And over here, the Forbidden Forest. And, of course, Hogwarts. It's magnificent. If only you were here to see this.
Hello, Professor Rackham. We've placed the book on the pedestal as you asked. And this is my mentor, Professor Fig.
How do you do, Professor Fig? And you, my young friend, see now why you needed to return with the book?
I do. I also see why you refer to this room as the Map
These guys
Chamber.
are getting
That you have
smashed on
come
a
this
war,
far tells me that you possess
it's alright for me,
extraordinary
to be
magical
honest, 'cause
ability,
I'm allied with those
the
guys.
potential and power of which will unlock, should you prove yourself worthy. The location of each of 4 trials will, in time, appear on the map. Trials that will test you and give you access to invaluable knowledge. Trials that you must complete on your own. Do you recall the pensive memory you viewed in my vault in Gringotts?
You and your friend Charles spoke of the portkey, and of trials you'd created for one who sees traces of ancient magic.
Precisely. Charles is another of the Keepers, a designation we gave ourselves centuries ago, in light of the knowledge that we have been bound to keep hidden. Until, perhaps, now.
So, the passage from your ruins to Gringotts, everything in the vault, the restricted section, finding this room, none of these was a trial.
They were an important part of the journey, but they were not trials themselves. The fact that you have come this far, however, bodes well. The trials were designed to ensure that the power and knowledge we have kept secret for so long does not fall into the wrong hands. They will test your abilities, both innate and learned. But of equal importance, everything you witness as you complete the trials will inform what you choose to do with all that we share. You will need patience. The trials have much to teach you. It will take time.
I'm afraid we don't have the luxury of time.
We have waited this long, Professor Fig. Surely a few more.
Respectfully, sir, while I do not know the secret you keep, I do know that our young friend here has seen traces of a powerful dark magic being wielded by goblin kind. And we encountered an uncommonly powerful goblin wielding such magic as we prepared to leave your vault at Gringotts. We may already be too late.
This is grave news indeed. Young friend, do you trust Professor Fig?
I do.
Then, in the light of your considerable skill and all you have already accomplished, we shall begin. You will find the location of the first trial marked on the map below you. Whilst Professor Fig may assist you in locating the trials, they may be completed only by one with our ability.
Shall we have a look? I know that tower. It's not far. You may have seen it yourself.
It looks familiar. Perhaps your young friend is more well-traveled than you might think.
As your mentor, the least I can do is go ahead to make sure it is safe. Join me as soon as you can.
I'll find you at the tower as soon as I can.
Until then, be careful, and do not tell anyone where you're going.
Shut the fuck up, phone. Ah, fuck. Need to travel quite far to get to this part.
It's time you learned, Glacius, the freezing spell. It is an efficient way to cool down a heated situation. But first, I will need you to complete a few tasks. Once you've done that, come and see me.
I know a Merlin tree.
That's just pitiful.
This place has seen better days.
My bad, I need to actually do these 10,000, upgrade my fucking broom. Slow as shit.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
Over here.
We're not alone.
We are not. Ranrock's loyalists, Around a dozen I can see, but could be more.
Can't we apparate past them into the tower?
We could, but we've no idea what's in the tower. More importantly, however, I'd like to know why they're here. They've set up camp just ahead. I suggest we investigate a little before doing anything else. Let's go.
Fucking countries
this
around
isn't
and
ideal.
split itself into
No,
them.
it isn't. This way. And I'd suggest we use the disillusionment charm here.
Maybe I try to just
No
split
sense in
itself
announcing
into
our
them.
arrival.
There must have been a civil war or something.
Quickly now. Stay hidden. Trificus totalis. Well done.
Why did it always fucking look at you when you go towards him? I forgot I've got gear to put on though. Sure, we're not. I don't know why I had this one. Aye. Yeah, I'm gonna change my appearance every fucking time I switch it.
Revelio.
Orders. Directly from Ranrock.
These orders indicate that they're after something to do with names. What names? And why here? Draw blood.
Cover up white coming for this. I won't rest.
You won't get away with it. But this is sad. Really, it is.
Looks like we found the entrance.
It's locked. An unlocking charm.
Very handy. No time now, but if you don't learn it soon enough, we can work on it back at the castle.
Ah, shit, my gear slots are full.
I imagine imagine these brooms have been enchanted for centuries. Never seen an enchantment.
Welcome to Sanbakar's Tower.
Hello, Professor. Did you say Sanbakar's Tower?
I did. Professor Bakar is a keeper you have yet to encounter. I'm glad to see that I was correct in presuming that we would meet again soon after our last encounter. Though I surmise, based on the commotion I heard, that you did not have an easy time getting to me.
We did not, Professor. We encountered goblins outside the tower.
That goblins were aware of my vault is disquieting enough. But if they have also made a connection to this tower, then the threat may be greater than I thought. All the more reason for us to move forward. Downstairs, near the entry, a reservoir of ancient magic, like those you've seen before, has been unlocked. Command it to access a doorway. I'm afraid I cannot say more. As Professor Fig cannot join you, he and I will, in time, see you back at the map chamber. Remember what you see.
We're going to need to understand how Ranrock's loyalists knew about a tower that once belonged to a keeper. For the moment, however, you've more important things to set your mind to. A reservoir of ancient magic, I believe?
Yes, sir.
Then I shall leave matters in your increasingly capable hands. That said, be careful.
I will, sir. I'll see you back in the map chamber. A reservoir of ancient magic. Downstairs, near the entry.
Frustrajo.
I've seen this before. In Gringotts and the restricted section. Impressive. That must have done something. Best have a look around.
Should probably delete some of this gear so I can hold man.
More traces of ancient magic. Something must be different. These are never a welcome sight. At least I know what to expect this time.
Boom.
These look familiar. More statues. Making this easy on me. I presume I'm looking for traces of ancient magic. But where?
I need to go back to this portal. Yeah.
Seems I ought to explore this archway from both sides. I'll never get used to these floors.
Oh, come on, I fucking dodged that up.
Don't like the look of this.
Confringo! Expelliarmus! Tego! Stupefy! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Stupefy! Leviosa! Confringo!
You fucker.
What a relief.
Oh, that's the first one done.
Another pensive.
Hello.
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 Your ability to transfigure the world around you is remarkable. What is it?
My father isn't getting better. I don't think he'll ever recover from the death of my brother.
It is agonizing to see those we love suffer.
The drought was years ago, but the pain of losing him is as deep for him now as if it had happened only yesterday. He doesn't need pretty pillars, he needs peace. What if I could help him, Professor?
You do so much for your father already.
It's not enough. I want to take away his pain.
It is tempting, I know, to use this magic that you're mastering to transfigure more than the physical world. But human emotion is a potent force unto itself. Even the most well-meaning and competent witch cannot possibly know the consequences of irrevocably manipulating it.
So I'm to watch as my father's pain destroys him.
It is not your pain to take.
Oh, I seen you were up till 5 o'clock last night.
Every year a student sees something sillier than I could ever imagine in their tea leaves. Oh, Miss Morganach, welcome back to Hogwarts.
That was late, and I think I was up till like
That's going to
fucking
take some getting used to.
just after
Professor
7.
Rickwood?
I was so pleased to hear that you'd accepted the position of Defense Against the Dark Arts, Professor.
No, just after 7.
Sit, Isadora. Tell us about your travels.
I was actually hoping that you and the others might join me at my home this evening.
Got back at 4 or
There's
something.
much I'd like
I
to
fell
share
asleep
with
in the
you.
leftover.
That would be delightful. We shall let the others know.
Very well.
No, I was
Shall see
stopping
you
at
then.
8 o'clock this morning, man. I was stopping till 8 o'clock this morning.
Fuck that, man. My purpose.
Another memory. Now to find a way out of here. More crystallized stone. That...
What have we here?
I think I might stream this for about an hour and a half now, then go and stream Sons of the Forest.
This is Professor Fig.
Professor Charles Rookwood at your service. Has someone completed the first trial?
I have, Professor Rookwood. We saw you in the Pensive in Gryffindorks with Professor Rackham.
Indeed.
No, I should.
So, you found the port key to access Professor Rackham's vault, and you deciphered the map within the locket you found floating above that Pensive.
I did. I found something that I can't identify floating above the last Pensive.
Ah,
I
yes.
didn't get my
You
charger
will
though
find a
for the
similar
room.
artifact in each trial. You
I
must
might
take care to
actually
keep
make
them
food
safe.
before I stream
You'll
that.
need them to complete the journey we have set forth for you.
I'm on my
Once
game
you have them
anyway.
all, we will tell you what to do with them.
Very well. Are you able to tell me anything about the next trial?
Before you proceed, I would like to speak with Charles regarding the urgent situation involving the goblins.
The goblins?
The student has seen traces of a powerful dark magic being wielded by goblin kind. They and their mentor, Professor Fig, not only encountered goblins lurking outside of Sanbakar's tower, they also encountered a powerful goblin in my vault at Gringotts.
I'm afraid it would be wise to halt the trials until we know more. We shall defer to you in this matter, of course. Now then...
Wait, Professor. The name Rookwood. Do you think...
That there's a connection to Victor? Perhaps, but we can't be sure of its significance, if any. For now, tell me what you saw in the pensive.
Before the witch from the last pensive, Isadora, became a Hogwarts professor, she argued with Professor Rackham about using magic to remove pain.
Hopefully the next pensive provides more context. For now, we should learn what Ranrock knows. I will be honest, I've no idea where to start.
Actually, I might know of someone. I saw Sirona at the Three Broomsticks speaking to a goblin once. They seemed friendly.
Well, it's worth a try.
If
See
I
what you
really
can
try
find
to
out.
grovel with my feet,
Of
man.
course, don't forget.
My studies, yes, sir.
As they should.
Before you go...
Because my fleet's getting superior now to them.
Professor?
Have you encountered swirling traces of magic in the
So they
world?
won't. I have 10
Aside from
years
those along
to
our
build up my
path.
fleet
Not that I recall.
before they could start wars again because
What
I
are
surrendered.
Evidence of the
Gave them up
Keeper's
a tiny
efforts
bit
to
of land.
manipulate the power of ancient magic during our time. If I am correct,
I've not
and I
actually
usually
started
am,
any wars
you
personally
should be
myself,
able
but
to
I think I
use
might
them to
soon.
inform and enhance your own magic.
Thank you, sir. I will look out for them.
I mean, this wee tiny fucking race, honestly, they only hold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 systems. They only hold 10 systems and have fucking 5 planets. Which is no bad, I only have 5 planets, but I own a lot more systems. And I can colonize more planets if I wanted. And they went and took the fucking galactic market. They're the leader, like, is the main people for the galactic market, and they're so tiny and insignificant that actually annoys me. Like, I spent fucking 300 influence, 600 actually, fucking try to get that. So I'm going to fucking wipe them off the face of the earth, the galaxy.
Fucking too right.
Well, I won't wipe them off the face of the galaxy. I can't purge.
I should ask Sirona the...
I'm not a extermination race. I'll just fucking take them over with them.
At your earliest convenience, I believe that we may be able to help.
Please see me after class once you have completed the tasks I've set for you. I would like to teach you Descendo, useful for pulling objects to the ground.
Oh, I can go get Aloha Mara now.
We'll 2 minutes, but...
That's Sable's done. No, I think that's pretty upgraded so I can go higher. Ah, don't go away. You be shit. Not on the outside, is there? No, there's that one now.
Brilliant.
Hey you, Gryffindor.
Imelda Reyes? Albie Week sent me.
Did he now? Still tinkering with his broom upgrade, no doubt. I tried to help him once. He nitpicked my flying technique, and that was the end of that. The nerve. Why is he roping you into his broom testing silliness? You've barely started flying from what I know. Caught wind of you showing off in flying class with Clopton.
I don't know what people have said, but I certainly wasn't showing off.
Tell that to the rest of the school. But it doesn't matter. Everyone knows that class is only for beginners, troublemakers, and bumbling baboons. But for some reason, now people think you're competition. Ugh, I can't be having that.
Perhaps I am competition.
You're not even Slytherin. Could be a useless squib for all I know. Enough of this. Only one way to find out who's the better flyer. I hold one of the fastest times on this course. Let's see if you can beat it. Slytherin versus Gryffindor.
Actually, why not? I can beat your record.
I'm so looking forward to seeing you lose.
Off top for Sunday's about to get pumped.
Made it!
Ah, fuck.
This is rather fun. Now that's did it. This is rather fun.
Done it fast on my first time.
That's all, never mind.
Certainly.
Yeah, I'm going to be getting the dogs out in a minute.
Not a bottle.
That's not... You must have cheated, you... Ugh! Fine. You won. Don't think this is over. You can't determine skill from one single trial.
Surely my win means something.
You're not terrible, but you're still going to have to prove yourself if you want to earn my respect.
Challenge accepted then.
Perhaps you have what it takes after all. We shall see. But don't get your hopes up. The next course near Irondale offers a much tougher challenge. You can try to prepare by racing this course again. Just check in at the podium, where the leaderboard is. You can check your time and start the race. We'll see next time if your win here was more than just a fluke, whilst on an errand for Albie Weeks.
Confringo! I suspect Mr. Weeks will be glad to hear how I fared.
Let's go and get us upgrade just now. Don't even know what I'll have to eat, man. I'm fucking starving.
Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade.
Oh, you're back! With something to report, I hope? What are we looking for today? Nice doing business with you. Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you again.
Anyways, I'll be back.
Never.
I'm not a bit long, but
Never.
What are we looking for today?
I'm not long.
Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you again.
Mr. Weeks, I was able to set a record on my broom.
Incredible! Miss Reyes must have been shocked. Tell me, how was the broom?
A little turbulent and is wanting for a bit of speed, but it fared well enough. I will say that it tended to drift a bit to the left on certain turns. Heard a slight swoosh when I dipped.
Oh, thank you. That's precisely what I needed to know. Drifted, eh? I shall get to work immediately. Even the naysayers will be forced to admit that my work's had potential all along.
I'm excited to hear more.
I have a very good feeling about this upgrade. I guarantee you'll be pleased. Expect to hear from me soon. How to address the issue of altitude as it relates to speed?
Right. Oh, and they're beast class now as well. But I feel like going and buying a focus potion and that. Oh, they beast class. Oh, there, us and I'll end stream and go get food and then stream the forest.
Hello again. I've got spectacular news. The broom upgrade's ready. Stop by the shop when you can.
I literally just left the fucking shop, mate. Fucking dickhead.
Welcome, everyone. I see you've already met some of the many beasts we study in this class. Though be advised, none of these creatures should be taken lightly. They are all in their own way dangerous, especially if one does not know how to handle them properly. Now, it seems many of you are out of practice. Let's take some time to review the basics of how to care for a beast, shall we? Miss Sweeting, would you please assist our new student with the lesson today?
Yes, Professor Howen. Hello, I'm Poppy Sweeting. Don't worry about Professor Howen's speech. She over-exaggerates sometimes. All the beasts in class are perfectly safe. Oh!
Miss Sweeting, pay attention, please. The tongue of a puffskein can be a slippery devil.
Yes, Professor. Here, you can practice on Gerald. Just keep an eye out for his tongue. You can use my brush. Just be gentle. Oh, and think pleasant thoughts. I like to think it enriches his experience. That's lovely. I'm sure he feels much better. I think he might be hungry. Would you mind giving him some beast feed? What do you suppose the pellets taste like to Gerald? Pudding, I like to think. I think we can safely say that Gerald likes you.
That's good news. He seems very nice.
He is. Kindness is one of his best qualities, right after ambition. And cleanliness.
Good work, everyone. Now, let's make our way to the pens and select another beast. And please, do be careful as you feed and groom them. Miss Sweeting, why don't you show our new student to the Neasels in the farthest pen?
This way. The Neasels are over here.
Oh, couple of Neasel whiskers ought to get me a few canuts at least. Enough to buy something from Honeydukes. Stupid thing.
What in Merlin's name are you doing?
Tuss, peculiar Poppy. Worried about a worthless little rodent.
Her name is Persephone!
Her name is Persephone!
That's really not funny.
Let's go.
Those two don't belong anywhere near this class. Poachers in training. Persephone was onto them instantly. Thank you for your help. Let's carry on. Feed and brush the Neasels just as you did with Gerald. The Neasels really took to you. They know a good egg when they see one. As do I.
It appears our time has come to an end. Please close the pens and see yourselves out. Now, where is our new student? Ah, there you are. I would like a moment, please.
Hello, Professor. You wanted to speak with me?
I did. How did you find your first beasts lesson?
It was wonderful. I believe I'm really going to enjoy this class.
Good. You seem to understand that when beasts are properly controlled, they can play a vital role in our lives. Some provide us with magically imbued materials, if cared for correctly, which does not include torturing them for whiskers. Well done, by the way. Probably best to let me handle it next time.
Yes, Professor.
They're nearly as bad as the Savagers in Rookwood's poacher pack. Sadly, we're the ones who suffer, stumbling over dead beasts. Terrible waste of resources.
Surely the poachers can be brought to justice by someone. The Ministry, perhaps.
An optimistic idea. Now, why don't we focus on more immediate matters that we can control? Professor Weasley has asked that I prepare some assignments designed to help you catch up to the other 5th years. Be on the lookout for my owl. Meanwhile, I also encourage you to study as many beasts as you can on your own time.
What do you want, Poppy?
Did you need something, Poppy?
Thank you again for saying something to those brutes so that I didn't have to. You were an augury at noon in the desert.
I certainly hope that's a good thing.
It's something my gran and I say. It means that something or someone is a welcome surprise. At least, that's what we decided it meant.
I couldn't stand there and watch them harm the poor thing.
We're of a similar mind. Actually, in light of that, there's someone I'd like you to meet. In the forest.
You've intrigued me. Very well, lead the way.
I'd hoped I would. I wouldn't take just anyone there. In fact, you're the first.
Really? Well, thank you, I think.
As I said, we think alike. Pleasant surprise. Quite the weather we're having, don't you think?
Poppy, where are you taking me?
It really is much better if I just show you.
Gonna go see Highwing.
Don't worry, we're nearly there. It's just ahead. Stand back. Please meet Highwing. Isn't she just magnificent? Go on, introduce yourself to her. But be careful. You must always show hippogriffs the proper courtesy before you approach them. I knew it! I don't think I've ever seen a hippogriff take to someone this quickly. You can feed and brush her if you'd like. I come and check on her every once in a while. Bring her pasties, tell her what's going on in the castle. You wouldn't know from looking at her, but she's a dreadful busybody. So, what did you think of Highwing?
I thought she was brilliant. Can't believe you introduced me to her.
I suspected you two might get along.
Are you the reason students have been seeing hippogriffs flying above the Forbidden Forest?
Perhaps. Did you know that once you earn a hippogriff's trust, they'll always be there for you? I've seen it firsthand with her.
How exactly did you and Highwing cross paths?
It's a longer story, but I rescued her from poachers a few years back. Got her to safety and, well, she was fine until recently. You may have noticed that poachers are something of a problem in the area, so I worry they could get her again. And I might not be there next time.
Professor Howin mentioned the poachers as well. She seemed to imply that we couldn't rely on the Ministry to help.
I don't often agree with Professor Howin, but on that, I fear she's right. The poachers' influence is growing. I see them every day in the village, lingering, talking to people. They're up to something. I'm just not sure what.
That does seem strange. Sounds as if they're planning something.
Exactly. I think I'm going to look into it. Find out what's going on, what they're doing.
I think that's a fine idea. Information is power.
And the more I know, the better I can keep Highwing safe.
You seem undeterred. Will you let me know what you find out?
Oh, very well. I will. I should be going, but we'll speak again soon, I hope.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get this broom upgrade.
Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade?
Welcome back. I've arranged a special price on the broom upgrade for you. I truly appreciate all of your help.
It's 1,000, yeah,
Thanks for stopping by. I must tell you, half of Hogsmeade's been by the shop asking about rumours of a broom upgrade. Without the information you provided, my work would have taken twice as long. Thank you again. It may sound ambitious, but I've already begun work on another upgrade, more difficult to perfect than the last. I wondered, would you be interested in joining forces again? There's another course near Arendelle that Miss Reyes has mastered. If you were to test this first upgrade there, it may help me as I develop the next. Oh, you'll consider it, won't you?
Sounds as if you're really outdoing yourself. If I'm able to help, I will.
Thank you. I know this recent success was only the beginning of what I can do for Broomflight. Report back as soon as you can, and we'll be off to the races.
Now I'll go and do this and then I'll downstream. I'll get Alohomora.
Confringo!
Good, Black's children are too young.
Hello again, Mr. Moon.
Oh, I was hoping to see you again, my young friend. Gladwin Moon, Hogwarts caretaker, at your service. First, please allow me to apologize if I seemed a bit, unsteady when we last met. I'm afraid I had a rather disconcerting encounter. Although I hear your visit to Hogsmeade was even more eventful than mine.
I suppose you could call it eventful. I certainly wasn't expecting a troll attack.
Oh, of course not. And from what I understand, the village was lucky you were there. In fact, my recent visit to Hogsmeade is the reason I was hoping to bump into you. I could use your help with something. Do you see that curious statue over there? Watch what happens when that light changes from day to night. Now, if you wouldn't mind humouring me for a moment, see if you can remove the moon from the statue. Go on, take the moon. Oh, odd little contraptions, aren't they? It seems the statue vanishes once the moon is removed. Which, incidentally, can only be done at night. Why don't you hold on to that one for now, and I'll explain more as we walk. Ever since that fateful day in the village, those curious statues have begun appearing about the castle. A fair number have been strewn around Hogsmeade. Someone, it seems, is trying to torment me. You see, that day in Hogsmeade, I turned a corner and came face to face with a boggart, or shapeshifter, if you will, which takes the form of whatever scares you most. This one took the form of a demiguise.
A demiguise?
Yes! Terrifying creature that can see the future. Wholly unnerving. I encountered one when I was a lad in Korea. Terrible experience. Those statues are demiguises. The moons, I assume, are an uninspired play on my name. Some jackanapes used a boggart to learn my greatest fear and use it against me. I have my suspicion as to the scoundrel or scoundrels responsible. It is my hope that they will slip up and reveal themselves as the statues disappear. That is why I need your help in removing the statues.
Why me?
A couple of reasons, frankly. First, your daring do against those trolls in Hogsmeade has gained you a reputation for fearlessness. Second, as macabre and hideous as a
No, I
demiguise
recollect, I'm
is,
sure.
most would find my
I'm
fear of
guessing
them
with the antlers and pedophiles in here, so that's a good sign.
have seen how they affect me. I'm at my wit's end, young friend. I simply can't bring myself to go near them. In fact, I know of two statues right here in the faculty tower. Perhaps you could start
God,
simply
mate.
by removing them, so
Hello.
I can go about my evening duties.
Oh, what's happening?
Just finish that first fucking quest, then gonna go make food.
I'd be glad to help you,
This
Mr.
is
Moon.
just put a wee bit
knew
on
I
for
could
me as
count
well,
on
so I'm gonna
you.
get my bait to eat.
First,
I'll
you
bring
know
that
how to
to her.
cast a disillusionment charm.
Let's get around, kind of boss then.
Protego!
My foot's superior, what you gonna do, you pedophile fucks? Absolutely not!
Aloha Mora.
What you up to?
Well done! You're in! Remember, use a disillusionment charm.
You
so
take some in and leave some at work.
This is a restricted area of the castle, after all.
Oh, fucking hell, man.
Oh, wrong one.
How are your students getting along this year?
Rather poorly, I'd say.
Used to behave.
This must be the prefect's bathroom.
Athena.
I fucking do.
I've probably got the name of a Greek god, doesn't give you their fucking god-given right to be a cunt.
Preparing for rebellion. Bruce, always must.
However,
Ranrock and Hyssop wouldn't be so combative if the ministry would allow them to have war.
if you want.
There are no students in the hospital wing on account of my venomous tentacula.
Not at the moment, no.
Why don't you leave goblins alone?
No, no.
Well, I suppose I should begin my rounds now.
You don't love me.
But I wouldn't have fucking worked here. Drag me fucking underwear if I'd done the love your fucking smelly ass. I wouldn't have put up with half of the shit respect to it that way.
Oh my god, I don't know.
The faculty tower is on.
Oh, let's just leave it at that.
Well, I can get on bed.
You dick can fucking charge up the stairs, man.
Hello, Mr. Moon. I have the moons you asked me to collect.
Oh goodness, you're as fearless as I'd hoped. An excellent
That kinda
start.
affects me.
If we can collect more, it may shed some light on who's behind all this. Of course, I first suspected Peeves. He drove the previous caretaker, Rancorous Carp, to an early retirement with his intolerable buffoonery. But that does not explain the boggart in Hogsmeade, does it? No. I am determined, with your help, to discover the identity of my tormentor.
It's definitely
Oh, I fucked it
intriguing.
up.
I'd like to help you solve this mystery.
You, my friend, are a gentle person and a scholar, and I have something to offer in exchange for your assistance. Now, remember, the moons are only retrievable at night. Thus, I encourage you to use a disillusionment when necessary.
Understood. I shall keep an eye out.
I appreciate that. Oh, and I knew you were the one to ask for help. Keep at it so we can solve this mystery.
Don't know why YouTube doesn't show some of your subs. Don't know if it's like a private account or
Like
something.
right statue.
I got 2 new subs to the start of the stream and neither one's shown.
Maybe the one subbed.
Huh?
Maybe the one subbed.
No, so I just refreshed and it's still there. So same as when I go and actually look, like who's subbed recently and it doesn't show me. God knows how it works, man.
Oh, that's not a word that they do. Pedophiles.
It's my fucking word this year, man.
Hello again. Were you able to get to Honeydew?
Hello, Gareth. What exactly did you want me to do
you
again?
greedy
Oh,
fat
that's what-
fucker, can't you have got your own goddamn food, man. Oh, fuck you.
Oh, I need to go back to my room requirements.
Oofed. That's so weird. I just doubled my foot capacity, man. Awesome. Let's get another fucking foot on the go.
I don't have any potions, fuck. Don't mind when I get the vivariums and shit.
I'd like to ask you about changing the room's ambience.
Of course. What?
Actually, perhaps another time.
Right. I'm gonna end this here, I'm gonna go get food. And then come back and stream the forest.
Anyways, man, I may be away when you get back in. Food myself. No, I'll be back.
It's never happened.